Hello, I'm Joe with Brooks Brothers Trailers. It's not uncommon for customers to call us and not have a lot of knowledge about pole trailers. You know, it may be that they had a boss who said, I want you to find a pole trailer in the market for us to use. We're available to help. We're experts here and we can be reached on the phone, so we're easy to get a hold of. And so the conversation will take place. What is the longest length pole that you want to carry on the trailer? In this case, we have a 35-foot pole. In most instances, the customer for this application would use the intermediate pin location, run that center pole up closer to the tow vehicle, and have a little bit of overhang on the back. And the length of your trailer is commonly determined by the amount of overhang that's allowed by your company or your jurisdictional laws. There are some places in the United States that restrict overhang to 10 feet. In many cases, that doesn't apply to pole trailers for utility use. So you need to have some information about that. What are our company's policies and what are the jurisdictional laws regarding overhang? 10 feet overhang is very common. And so then at that point, once we know we've got a trailer selected that's long enough for the poles, maintaining legal overhang, then we are going to talk about payload capacity. This pole is a 35-foot class 4 pole. We'd be able to load quite a few more of these poles on this trailer with a 15,000-pound axle. But we offer these trailers in 40-foot lengths with tandem axles for higher payload capacities. There may be a preference there between single and tandem axles. These axles are available with electric or air brakes, and we also offer these trailers in multi-use upgrades with cargo beds and other features, including a dump bed and reel carrying capabilities. This is a very common pole trailer that we're looking at right here. A straight chassis dedicated pole trailer with a 40-foot fully extended length. So these are the conversations we get into, and if a customer says, well, yeah, we'd like to be able to carry 8 of these poles, then we know what target we're going to shoot for as far as our axle rating and payload capacity. Our trailers are offered in a painted finish or a galvanized finish upgrade like you see here. 3-step hot dip galvanized zinc finish. We have pole trailers with extended lengths from 30 feet to 85 feet, including heavy-duty pole trailers with steerable rear axle assemblies. We'd like to show you the proper method of loading and attaching the first pole that goes on the trailer. This is a critical part of properly loading a trailer and is the way the trailer is designed. The trailer we have here is our model PT111. It's got 15,000-pound axles with electric brakes. This is a single axle trailer with a 40-foot fully extended length. As you see the trailer right now, it is extended at its full 40-foot length, 40 feet from the hitch to the rear butt tube or bumper tube. We've laid one 35-foot pole down the middle, and we understand that customers have different loading methods, and it's something that should be done very intentionally, because you do want to maintain some tongue weight. Typically, we calculate the capacity of these axles or trailers with 15% load transfer to the tongue vehicle. So a proper loading is something that should be done with intent and be thought about in advance. We know customers do these things a little differently from one another, but this is the way we've got this pole loaded for the sake of this conversation and this instructional video. Choosing and properly loading a pole trailer. This trailer is set up with a full width 95-inch wide front bolster, and we call these bolsters. Some people call them saddles. This 95-inch heavy-duty front bolster also has 2 loading straps. It is common for customers to load this first pole that runs down the center so that it's closer to the tow vehicle to create a tongue weight. And then subsequent poles, which are loaded on either side, will have to be backed off the hitch so that the vehicle can be turned and backed up. This trailer has 3 tongue pin positions. Right now it's in its fully extended position. 1 fully retracted tongue position with its electrical plug, There's no reason to run cables on the outside of the tongue. All the cables are run to the plug locations inside the tongue. So that's the fully retracted position. This is the intermediate position, 24 feet, 32 feet, and the fully extended position here, which gives you your 40-foot fully extended length. We have a latch system on the trailer that makes it virtually impossible to put the tongue pin in incorrectly. This latch can be moved out of the way, the pin can then be inserted, and then the latch moved back into position for hauling and towing. This is a very critical piece of the design of the trailer right here. This is called the pole stub, and the first pole loaded on the trailer, just like what you see here, rests in the pole stub right down the middle of the trailer. And this is their first attachment point, and when you strap the pole into this pole stub, it actually draws the trailer and the pole together. And the pole then at that point becomes part of the structure of the trailer to give the trailer additional strength.
If you are loading and transporting multiple poles, please pause the video and review the next 2 slides.
We now have our pole trailer positioned, the tongue positioned in the intermediate plug location. So you can see now that our pole is extending off the rear of the trailer. We've got it strapped down to our pole stub in the center to add to the structural support of the trailer. And we've got a light bar on the rear of the pole on the overhang. So in this position, this intermediate pin location, there is some overhang in the rear of the trailer, very modest overhang. And the light bar is meant for that overhang, is available as an accessory for the trailer with a 25-foot cord to accommodate overhangs that will change depending on your jurisdictional laws and your company requirements. These trailers are outfitted with what we call a 21-inch lever lock stanchion. They can be removed and replaced with a bolt that holds them in place, and then they can be slid back and forth to help contain the poles that are loaded on the trailer. There's an optional strap guide that comes with these stanchions, and as always, we do customize these trailers for specific customer needs. So this is our galvanized light bar assembly. You can see that it has a chain adjustment to be very securely attached to the center pole with a cord and a hand tightening T-handle to make sure that the assembly is tightened onto the pole in the middle of the trailer. This trailer has 5 straps and winch binders to hold the pole in place. 2 on the front bolster, 1 at the pole stub, and 1 at each of the center and rear bolsters. The winch binder has a bar, which is located with a holder on the trailer and can be inserted in the winch binder to tighten or loosen the strap. So we're available. Give us a call and we'll help you determine the best pole trailer to meet your needs. We'll create a specification, offer a price on a specific model, and it may be that our dealers carry the trailer you need in their inventory. And if so, we can direct you to those dealers so that you get the best possible price and the best possible lead time.